if your superior, if your boss, if your coach is not happy with you and he criticizes you and he holds you to a higher standard, that hurts, but that's actually a good thing. Because somebody cares enough to get into the conflict with you, because they could just not say anything, right? Gets into the conflict with you, thinks you can do more, and holds you to that higher standard that then you have a chance to achieve. And this resonated so strongly with me, especially from the position of a boss, because quite frankly, if I criticize somebody, that usually means that I hold them in high regard, because, you only have that much time in the day, especially if you have like many employees, many responsibilities. And at some point of time, if somebody just keeps messing up all the time or doesn't even try, you're gonna reduce your investment as far as time and emotions go into that person, right? And so the best thing you can actually do is, well, the criticism isn't always going to be fair, but like, think about it, right? And think about if there isn't something to it, and if the boss or the coach or whoever isn't actually right, that you could hold yourself, that you can be held to a higher standard and get to the next level, right? Because, and I think something that connects to that is that as you grow older, when you're a student in high school, everybody's criticizing you all the time. The teacher's always complaining, right? And your parents, oh, you have to get better grades and so on. And it's super normal and you are so annoyed by it, right? But what happens over time is that at some point of time, nobody's going to care anymore. Nobody's going to give you that, especially, if you work in a job where nobody's taking interest in you. Maybe you're in a big faceless corporation, right? And you don't have a sports coach. The brutal reality is you're not going to have anybody tell you anything anymore. And I think people go into that and they don't realize it, right? In the beginning, they realize that they say, oh, now I'm at university and people don't criticize me as much, which is good, right? But at some point of time, you're not getting any feedback. Nobody's taking an interest in you. And of course, as you get older, the generations that are ahead of you, they're going to start dying out or they're going to exit the workforce, right? And you're going to get better. And then if you have achieved a high level in your field, there's just going to be less people that give you feedback. And so, I understand that people often want to get out of the criticism. Yeah, it sucks. Feedback hurts. But it's so valuable. And if you don't have it, you're going to have a hard time figuring out where to go. And so if you have somebody, ideally like Obama, of course, who can tell you what you're what you're lacking in or where you're messing up, then that's super helpful.
Yeah, especially I think it's, first of all, you have to see the criticism as like a life lesson, something where you can learn out of it. And on top of that, you see that the person like cares about you and wants and sees. Like, I think you just criticize somebody if you see he could do better. And that's why, like, there's the possibility to do something better. So you really should be thankful about all the criticism you get. I mean, of course, nobody likes to be criticized. Yep. And, like, in the actual moment, I think everybody's pissed and, like, not amused. But like when you look back in the past, everything you got criticized, even if something was not fair, whatever, was there for a reason. And most of, like, if you do better in the future, yeah, you learn for life. So I think that's important. It doesn't matter if it's job-wise or in personal relationships. So I think if somebody stops criticizing you, he's losing interest.